Imagine a nation born out of turmoil, its roots steeped in centuries of displacement and persecution. That is the story of Israel. To understand this story, we must journey back to the ancient times, to the cradle of civilization, the Middle East. It was here that the Jewish people first emerged, their culture and faith taking root in the fertile soil of this region. The Jewish people, bound by their shared faith, thrived in this land, building a rich tapestry of history and tradition that would shape their identity for centuries to come. As time passed, the Jews, like many ancient civilizations, found themselves at the mercy of the changing tides of history. They were repeatedly invaded, defeated, and exiled from their homeland. From the Babylonians to the Romans, waves of conquerors swept through their land, each time scattering the Jewish people further afield. Yet no matter how far they wandered, they carried with them an unbreakable bond to their ancestral homeland. From the banks of the river Nile to the bustling markets of Babylon, from the snowy steppes of Russia to the sunny shores of Spain, wherever Jews found themselves, they kept the memory of Israel alive. Their prayers, their rituals, their stories always echoed with a longing for their spiritual home. Despite the vast geographical distances that separated them, the Jews maintained a profound sense of community, of shared heritage. Their faith, their traditions, their language all served as powerful reminders of their shared roots and their connection to the land of Israel. And so, even in the face of intense persecution and displacement, the Jewish people never lost sight of their ancestral homeland. Their collective memory, their shared dreams kept the flame of hope alive. They yearned for a return to their homeland, a return to the land that had once nurtured their ancestors. This ancient bond, this spiritual connection, set the stage for a dramatic return centuries later. For Jews, religion isn't just a belief system, it's the very fabric of their identity. The Jewish faith, a spiritual tapestry interwoven with cultural heritage, historical milestones, and deep-seated values, is more than just a religion. It is a living, breathing entity, shaping the course of Jewish history and the destiny of its people. At the core of this faith is the Torah, the sacred scripture, a repository of wisdom, law, and narrative. The Torah is not just a book, it is a guide, teaching Jews how to live and interact with the world. Another key tenet is monotheism, the belief in one God. This belief has not only differentiated Jews from many other ancient civilizations, but also been a source of strength, fostering unity and resilience in the face of adversity. It has been the spiritual glue binding the Jewish people together, even when scattered across the globe. But perhaps the most potent aspect of Jewish faith is the concept of Eretz Yisrael, the Promised Land. This deep-seated belief, this longing for a homeland, has been a recurring theme in Jewish history. It has fueled many a Jewish heart with the desire to return to Israel, to reconnect with their ancestral roots, to reclaim what they have lost. And so, through centuries of exodus, persecution, and longing, this profound sense of belonging has never waned. The Jewish faith, with its profound sense of belonging to Israel, became the beacon guiding them home. Exodus isn't just a biblical story for Jews, it's a recurring theme in their history. For centuries, the Jewish people have been no strangers to forced migration, expulsion, and survival against all odds. Their story is one of resilience and an unyielding spirit that has seen them through the darkest of times. Let's delve deeper into this journey of survival. The pogroms in Russia and Eastern Europe, the expulsion from Spain during the Inquisition, the forced migrations during the Crusades, these are just a few examples of the numerous exoduses the Jewish people have experienced. Each episode was marked by hardship, by persecution, by a struggle for survival. And yet each time the Jewish people emerged resilient and determined. In the face of adversity, the Jewish people displayed an extraordinary survival instinct. Whether it was maintaining their unique cultural identity despite being scattered across the globe, or preserving their religious practices in the face of relentless persecution, the Jews' determination to survive is a testament to their indomitable spirit. The pogroms, a series of violent riots aimed at the Jewish communities in Russia and Eastern Europe, saw the destruction of homes, synagogues, and entire Jewish communities. Yet, despite these atrocities, the Jewish people persevered, managing to rebuild their lives and communities, time and time again. During the Spanish Inquisition, Jews were forced to convert to Christianity or face expulsion from Spain. This led to a mass exodus of Jews who, despite the hardship, managed to maintain their faith and identity in new, often hostile environments. The Crusades, a series of religious wars, saw the forced migration of Jews from their homes in Europe. This displacement, however, did not deter them. They continued to practice their faith to keep their traditions alive, even in the face of immense adversity. Throughout their history, the Jewish people have faced numerous exoduses, each one a testament to their survival instinct and resilience. They have been pushed to the brink time and time again. Yet each upheaval, each exodus only served to strengthen their resolve. Each exodus, each upheaval only reinforced their resolve to return to their ancestral homeland. The Holocaust, a dark chapter in human history, became a turning point for the Jewish people. The Holocaust, an abyss of suffering, was a period of unparalleled horror that plunged the world into a deep, dark void. It was a time when humanity was stripped of its essence, when countless lives were extinguished in a cold, calculated manner. The Jewish people, who had already endured centuries of persecution, were the primary victims of this unspeakable atrocity. Between the mid-1930s and the mid-40s, the Nazis, with chilling efficiency, orchestrated the systematic murder of 6 million Jews across Europe. This mass genocide, this deliberate extermination of a people, saw 2/3 of Europe's Jewish population wiped off the face of the earth. Men, women, children, no one was spared from this massacre, this abyss of suffering. This period of intense darkness for the Jewish people was not just a tale of unimaginable pain and loss. It was also a testament to their indomitable spirit, their unyielding will to survive. Amidst the horrors of the Holocaust, there were stories of courage, of resilience, stories of Jews who held on to hope, who clung to life, who dared to dream of a future where they could live in peace and freedom. The Holocaust generated an international outcry, a global wave of sympathy for the Jewish people. Their plight, their suffering, their loss touched the hearts of millions around the world. It brought to the fore the need for a safe haven, a homeland where they could live free from persecution, free from fear. It triggered international support for the creation of a Jewish state, a place where the Jewish people could finally call home. The Holocaust, in its unspeakable horror, became a catalyst for the creation of a Jewish state. The year 1948 marked a milestone in Jewish history, the birth of Israel as a sovereign nation. In the aftermath of the Second World War, the plight of Europe's displaced Jews gained international attention. The British, who held the mandate for Palestine since the end of the First World War, found themselves in a quagmire. They couldn't reconcile the conflicting demands of the Jewish immigrants seeking a homeland and the Arab locals who opposed this influx. The United Nations stepped into the fray and proposed a partition plan in 1947. The plan divided Palestine into separate Jewish and Arab states, with Jerusalem under international administration. The Jewish Agency for Palestine accepted the plan, but it was vehemently opposed by the Palestinian Arabs and the surrounding Arab states. Simultaneously, the Balfour Declaration of 1917, issued by the British government, played a significant role. This declaration stated Britain's support for the establishment of a national home for the Jewish people in Palestine. While it didn't specify the borders or the political status of this national home, it set the stage for the Jewish claim to Palestine. With the withdrawal of the British in May 1948, David Ben-Gurion, the executive head of the World Zionist Organization, declared the establishment of a Jewish state to be called Israel. The declaration was met with jubilation by Jews worldwide, but it also triggered an immediate conflict with the neighboring Arab states, who refused to accept the partition of Palestine and the creation of Israel. This conflict, known as the 1948 Arab-Israeli War, saw the new state of Israel successfully repel the Arab armies. The war resulted in an armistice in 1949, with Israel controlling most of the territory initially allotted to the proposed Jewish state, along with significant portions of the area assigned to the Arab state. The birth of Israel, a triumph for some, a tragedy for others, marked a new chapter in the Middle Eastern narrative. The birth of Israel, a nation molded by history, religion, exodus, and the Holocaust, continues to resonate today. The journey of the Jewish people, their trials, tribulations, and triumphant return to their homeland has forever left an indelible mark on the global landscape. The emergence of Israel, a symbol of resilience and survival, has reshaped the Middle East, influencing the world's political and cultural dynamics. Israel, a nation born of struggles, stands as a testament to Jewish resilience and survival, a beacon of hope amidst a tumultuous history.